Sony Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production. A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot WARPED. Press start to begin.
Hello everybody, Jonathan Wolf here, and welcome to Let's Play Crash Bandicoot WARPED! Also known as Crash Bandicoot 3, this game is the final Crash Bandicoot game developed by Naughty Dog before they moved on to other projects such as, I almost said Ratchet and Clank, but no, the Jak and Daxter series on the PS2. And even though they did create another Crash game, Crash Team Racing, this game is... That game was actually more of a passion project by the team, but this is, according to, you know, Naughty Dog, the final game of the Crash series that they developed, at least before they lost the license, I believe, because I think they had a license with Universal, or an agreement with Universal to make 3 games, which I think that's exactly I think is the exact same thing that happened with Spyro, which we will get into later, because yeah, Spyro spoilers, I like it more than Crash. But with that said, let's go ahead and start a new game and see what is Neo Cortex up to this time, considering that we destroyed his space station. Well, speaking of,
Free at last. Uka-Uka is free. No, it cannot be. Evil, great evil has come. None have dared to fail to break Uka-Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice. Great Uka-Uka, it was that infernal Bandicoot. From deep inside my temple prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems, you lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience. There is now no other power source left on this planet. I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks and failed. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way for us to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time the great Uka-Uka will make sure that you do it right! After many eons, my evil twin, Uka-Uka, has been freed from his underground prison. Long ago, I locked him there to protect the world from his malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped. Children, Uka-Uka and Cortex plan to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals before they do so. To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
alright, so here we go. So, yeah, if you didn't play the last game, basically after you get the perfect ending, or the true ending of the last game, you destroy Cortex's space station, Unfortunately, some debris falls down into... Okay, there we go. Some debris falls into the Wumpa Islands, freeing Uka-Uka, Aku-Aku's evil twin brother. Yeah, very creative name, Naughty Dog. But yeah, basically they're going to be gathering crystals similar to Crash 2 because, yeah, crystals are like, have like planetary energy according to Crash 2. And it's our job to get the crystals before they do. So, yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So, similar to Crash 2, we have different, like, warp rooms. This time we have 5 of them. Although there is a 6th one, but we will get to that one later. And just like Crash 2, we have 5 levels per warp room, and you can tackle all 5 of them in each order you want. But for the sake of, you know, order, we will do them in order. Unless, you know, there is a color gem that we have to collect to complete a previous level from said warp room. But yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the first level, Toad Village. Also, yeah, Aku-Aku gets voiced in this game.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
So yeah, we get Cortex, once again voiced by Clancy Brown. That's always a win in my book. And here we go, in medieval times. And yeah, basically this, because of the fact that the first game had a lot of island-related levels, and Crash 2 has more of a, I guess also more natural-like progression. This game gets a lot more freedom because, you know, we go through time, we go through little time to gather crystals, and yeah, some levels. This is the most, in terms of level design, this is the most, like, diverse game in the series. At least for the Naughty Dog trilogy. But yeah, basically, this game, if you play Crash 2, then you're gonna feel right at home, because this game controls pretty much the exact same as Crash 2. Now, of course, there are some changes. For example, right there, we got what I like to call a roulette box, where basically is going to alter between different items. However, if you get close to it, the roulette gets faster. Now, now basically that roulette is on a time limit, and if you do not destroy it in time, that box will turn into a metal crate, which, yeah, as you know, they are indestructible, meaning that you cannot collect the box, meaning that you will not get the box gem. Speaking of which, we now have a box tally, or a box total. So we have 42 boxes in this level. So yeah, we went from no boxes to having a box counter to now having a box total in the game. So, you know, baby steps, I guess, but there you go. That's improvement in my book, you know. And yeah, as you can see, bonus rounds are back, similar to Crash 2. And we do get like a variation of like the Crash 3 like main theme, or the Time Twister theme, but with like proper like music. So we got like a medieval like motif to the song, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, in comparison to Crash 1 and 2, where explaining controls is, like, very easy, this game is also, like, incredibly, like, simple to, like, explain. Like, you know, but, you know, assuming you haven't played Crash 2, and assuming, of course, you're playing on the PlayStation 1, you move with the D-pad, you jump with X, you see your HUD with triangle, you spin with square, and you do the slide, which you also can crouch. You can also slide, you can slide jump, and also you can belly flop. And similar to Crash 1, or similar to Crash 2, R1 also works as the slide. So instead of pressing circle, you can just press R1. Which is honestly my preferred button instead of circle. It feels more natural. But yeah, there we go. We just gotta collect the crystal, similar to Crash 2, and yeah, we just collect other stuff on the way, like box gems and other special gems. And yeah, that's literally it. And there we go. We got 42 boxes, and we got ourselves our first box gem. Let's finish this level. Or let's exit the level. And yeah, I mean, this is like... This game is essentially Crash 2, but with different, like, level design, you know? I was almost gonna say Crash 2, but better, but I'll be frank right here. When it comes to the main trilogy, Crash 3 might be my least favorite. Now, there is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, like, stuff that I just really don't like, which, trust me, we will get to them. Oh, we will get to them. But not now. But, I don't know, there's a lot of level... I feel that the level design is, or the level gimmicks as well, is completely all over the place. In fact, we're gonna see it right now, because instead of going on a corridor platforming, we're now on a 2D underwater level. So yeah, this is... I don't think it's called Under Pressure, but we now have an underwater stage. And these levels, I really don't like. They control very wonky. But I do like Crash's, like... like 2 dots for his eyes. In this game, at least. Or at least in this version, at least. Because, yeah. I think in the Insane Trilogy, they're different. Now, the way you move is with the D-pad, of course. You also move the jump button to speed up. And you can also spin with square, as well as circle. And R1. So, yeah, basically, there's no slide. I mean, of course, because you're not on the ground. Makes sense, you know? And I got hit. Great. Now, I believe on... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. But, yeah, you can also do, like, a little speed boost by spinning. Although, yeah, when it comes to first visit of this level, of these levels, just take it slow. You're in no rush, so just go slow. Alright, get ourselves the next checkpoint, which they now make a noise, which, that's cool. And yeah, we just continue on and get all the stuff. Nice Wampakan, by the way. Alright, here we have a scuba diver, or a little submarine thingy. And basically, with this thing, you move automatically. Like, I'm not pressing the D-pad. Okay, I'm not pressing the D-pad, and I'm still moving, like, normally. Now, what you can do is, by pressing the jump button or the square button, it will actually launch some missiles. However, you can also press the circle button, and you're actually going to make a little charge. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, do not use this charge, because, yeah, if you collide onto anything, you will instantly destroy that little, like, scuba, that little, like, submarine thing. And we need it because, and we actually need this thing to destroy these coral that have some boxes in them. There's boxes in there. And once you get to the end, you will actually automatically drop it. Alright, so let's watch out for the electric fans, I guess. And let's go. Alright, so let's go up here. And here we got another submarine. Or torpedo launcher. Yeah, I'm gonna call it torpedo launcher. Alright. Now, one thing you can do is just try to speedrun through the end of the level, destroying all of the kelp. Or coral, I guess. And, you know, just backtrack, but yeah, it's easier to just get everything on one go. Alright, we gathered ourselves the crystal, and the end of the level is right over here. And there we go. Another level has been beaten. And I like how we just drop our underwear. Yeah, you may have noticed the little pink, like, the little pink, sprite right there. And yeah, that's actually underwear. Which I believe that's like what happens when you die to an explosive, which, yeah, I don't get why that's a thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next level. We have Orient Express, and as you can see, unlike the last two levels, we actually have Coco's face on the level screen, which means we get to play as Coco Bandicoot for the first time in the series. Well, kinda. We get to play as her kinda, because as you can see, we can actually, like, move. But in terms of, you know, levels with actual platforming, Coco's not gonna be a playable character until the next game, Wrath of Cortex. But instead, Coco is relegated to the animal riding levels. And instead of having Polar, we now have a tiger named Pura. And just like Polar, Pura controls pretty much the same, which, you know, you can actually just move around, you can jump, and by pressing circle, you can also do the dash that Polar can does. However, unlike Polar, where it's gonna be like a little dash, kind of similar to, like, you know, if you were to step on a speed booster in Mario Kart, if you hold the circle button, Pura will charge indefinitely until you let go of the button. And I already missed the box. All right, that didn't work. Damn it. All right, there you go. Look at that. Oh my god, I missed the box again. Wow, first 2 deaths in level 3. That is... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, can I stop missing boxes? Oh my god. I'm bad at video games. I am bad at video games. Can I stop missing the damn box? Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. Okay, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. Good lord, man. Alright, let's... Oh my god, I got a pity Uka-Uka. I don't believe it. Alright. Get up there. Grab the boxes. And for the love of God, do not miss another box. Because I really don't want to be here for hours. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we got the checkpoint. Ugh. Oh man, I feel like something just broke inside me. Good lord. Alright, let's just get the last box and oh my god, yeah, let's just dash for a bit. And here we go. We did it. After what, like 6 deaths? Oh my god, give me the gem. Get me out of here. Oh my god. That was... This is a good omen. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is a good, like, omen for the future of this playthrough. Because, good lord, man. This is gonna be a good playthrough. I can already tell. Alright. So now let's move on to the next level, Boneyard. Our first chase level, actually. Well, kinda.
Uka-Uka and Cortex want Tiny get crystals and bring them to big Colosseum in Rome. Crash! Leave them for Tiny, or Crash get crushed!
Alright, I will do what I say, John. Alright, so let's gun it, because we have a freaking... I almost said Stegosaurus. No, Triceratops after us. And similar to... And yeah, basically this is our chase level. Although it's selectively a chase level. We'll see once we get out of... You'll see once we are done here. But yeah. Similar to the boulder in Crash 2... If the Triceratops destroys boxes, they will count toward the box tally at the end. But yeah, as you can see, the Triceratops is still up there. And yeah, we are done with the chase section for now. Because yeah, now we are actually on a normal level. Because yeah, the chase levels in this game are basically a combination between chase levels, like your typical boulder levels, and normal stages. Also, we got those annoying scientists that I really don't like. They have a really wonky hitbox. And also, as you can see, we have a color gem requirement. We need the red gem to actually get one of the gems in this game, or in this level. Thankfully, we can get the box gem, but we cannot get the bonus gem, I guess. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so let's get the scientist and board the bonus round. Alright. So now, another thing they actually didn't change in this game is that Wumpa crates or bounce crates now have, or now can be destroyed by jumping on them 5 times instead of 10, which, let me just say right now, huge improvement. Thank God they changed that, because yeah, that was very annoying in well, more specifically Crash 2, when they have like those like multiple like jump crates like on top of each other, which you just have to very arduously count to 10 every time, and it gets kind of annoying. But thankfully in this game they did change it, so I'm happy. Alright, let's destroy you. Also, I did love how in the intro cutscene you get a picture of Tana in Crash's house. And believe it or not, that is the only time Tana gets like, or that is the only appearance of Tana in this game, or in any Crash game, until her next appearance, which would later be Crash 4, It's About Time. And no, the Insane Trilogy doesn't count. Although, actually, I don't think she's in a Insane Trilogy. Oh god. Ugh. But yeah, I actually don't think she's in CTR or even Crash Bash, now that I think about it. I believe Tana got added in CTR, but nitro fueled in one of their updates. Alongside with the... Oh yeah, because I did add her alongside the trophy girls from CTR. I remember that. But there we go. That is level 4. And you know what? We have time to make this one, so let's make some waves. And yeah, you may have noticed right now that we're just like blazing through the levels, and that is because I feel that most of these levels are much shorter than some levels in Crash 2. Like, for example, in Crash 2, we only did 3 levels, like, in the first episode. And that was because we actually got the, and that was because, actually, before we continue, we should explain this, but, yeah, right here we got a jet ski. which basically you just press the circle button. You basically press no, not the circle button. You basically press the X button to accelerate, and you just move with the D-pad. And that's literally it. You do not. There's no brake, which I actually kind of wish sometimes it had it, but yeah, there's no brake. There's no like. There's nothing. It's a very simple control scheme, you know. Just move forward and turn. That's literally it. But yeah, going back to like the level length of this game compared to the second game, it's like in the first episode we did like 3 levels before we went over the time limit, or my personal time limit. But in this level, yeah, we're at 26 minutes and we're already at the end of this like first warp room, and that was very close. And yeah, I guess I should mention that some boxes will have seagulls on top of them. And basically what you gotta do is you gotta wait for the seagull to leave the box before you can break it. I think we're gonna see it later, but yeah, as you can see now, bombs are now moving side to side. Very dangerous. Yeah, basically we are going to miss a box. Nice. Now, thankfully, this jet ski turns very well and it doesn't act like it's in a friggin' ice, unlike the freaking jet ski from Insane Trilogy. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Insane Trilogy. In fact, thanks to the Insane Trilogy, I actually beat Crash 3 for the first time because, yeah, unlike Crash 1 and 2, where I actually owned the games, I never owned Crash 3. Like, Crash 3 was the only Crash game of the Naughty Dog games that I never owned, which is pretty ironic because when it comes to Crash, I did own 1 and 2, but never owned 3. But with the Spyro games, I owned 3, but I never had 1 or 2. So I guess that's a bit of a payoff, you know. But yeah, once you get the crystal in all 5 levels of the warp room, we will now be locked to fight the boss, which is Tiny Tiger. Let's do this.
Crash! Coco! Store the pretty crystals! Tiny, take them back! In Gladiator Arena!
Alright. So here we go, the first boss, Tiny Tiger. And compared to his last appearance, he is pathetically easy. Which, you know, bosses in Crash games are, for the most part, pathetically easy. But yeah, basically for this one, just run back and forward, and when Tiny thrusts his trident, just spin on him, and that's literally it. Now, once you hit Tiny once, oh god, Tiny will start spawning some lions. And yeah, basically that's all he does. Just run around in circles, wait for him to thrust, and that's it. Now, something you can do is you can actually hug this corner, and as you can see, you're actually going to quite literally cheese this fight. In fact, Vicarious Visions did take that joke, and if you actually run to that corner, the audience will quite literally start throwing cheese at you. It's actually pretty funny. Also, I do like how Cortex is actually in that arena, with the exception of course the final boss. This is the only time Cortex appears like in another boss fight that isn't his own. But once you defeat Tiny, we get something very interesting. What is this? What is this? Supercharged body slam. For a more powerful belly flop, press X button to jump, and then press circle button at the top of the jump. So yeah, in this game, we now get power-ups. And our first power-up is essentially a ground pound with a blast radius. Yeah, that's literally it. Although I think it's also faster.
Done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Alright, so yeah, basically, as Uka-Uka said, once you defeat the boss, you're gonna get kicked out. And if we go back to the middle, we're gonna see that the next section of the time twister is now open. And yeah, similar to Crash 1, as you can see, we had medieval, we got Arabian-looking area, we got Japanese, we got Egyptian, and then we got future. And yeah, similar to Crash 2, like the quote-unquote worlds are themed, but the levels are not themed according to like the area. Like, sure, we got, you know, Toad Village, but that is the only like medieval like type of level, which, you know what, at the same time, I'm actually glad they're not themed, because if we have to deal with 5 medieval levels at the same time, it would get a bit boring. Although, you know, to be fair, they later like fixed it with Crash 4 It's About Time, where you get like multiple like themed levels, which I actually do prefer they did it that way. I actually do, in terms of like level like themes, that game is honestly my favorite of all the Crash games. But there we go. That is it for the first episode of Crash Bandicoot 3. I'm not sure if all videos are gonna be like the entire warp room or the entire like warp area, but oh really? All right. Let's go with Wolf. Let's go with the Wolf again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode of Crash Bandicoot 3. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do all levels for the other warp rooms, because I want to say that we're getting to the point where the levels start to be a bit longer, but we'll see. Alright then, everyone, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and next time we meet, we are gonna be moving on to the next warp room area in the Time Twister. But until then, this is Jonathan Wolf, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Cortana, I don't need your... What the hell? Okay. See you guys then. Freaking Cortana, man. Good lord.